Welcome to KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is the maestro, music director of Orchestra Iowa, Tim Hankewich, in to talk about an upcoming concert and partnership event.
Right.
First off, Tim, welcome. Nice to see you.
Good to be back here. Good to see you, too.
And you've got another event coming up that will be in partnership with Ballet Quad Cities.
Yes, actually, that's I know your listening audience knows that we do a lot of work with various partners throughout the area and the state, and Ballet Quad Cities is probably one of our most spectacular and most important partnerships that we have, and we've perform Nutcracker every year, and we just recently did Romeo and Juliet, and now it is time for a ballet for families of all ages, The Sleeping Beauty by Tchaikovsky, arguably his greatest masterwork, his greatest ballet. This is something that doesn't come along very often. I mean, a lot of people go to a Nutcracker once a year, but that doesn't even scratch the surface of what ballet is really all about, and this is really probably the flagship piece that Tchaikovsky wrote, and it's going to be magnificent. And it's for adults, but it's also for your little princelings and princesses.
So there will be, I don't want to say enough activity to kind of keep the kids engaged and involved.
It's designed,
kind of what we're trying to say.
Absolutely. And in fact, on our Sunday matinee performance, we have a performance at 2:30 at the Paramount. At 1 o'clock, we're encouraging parents to bring their kids to meet the dancers, and if you have a little special one, to come in their little ballet slippers and tiaras.
That's okay.
It's very okay.
They can wear their tutus.
I want to push this princess thing. Absolutely.
So, as you said, this famous piece.
Yes.
And of course, working with the ballet dancers to craft that. Let's talk about let's talk about the music.
Sure.
So for those who going Sleeping Beauty, Tchaikovsky, what would I know?
Well,
from that?
if you've seen the Disney film, a lot of the orchestral music soundtrack was extracted from the Tchaikovsky ballet. In fact,
all right. So it's going to be very familiar to people.
Yeah, and in fact, well, you're not going to hear Bippety Boppity Boo, but a lot of the symphonic background music was incorporated. In fact, in 2007, Disney they
remastered it.
They not only remastered it, they put copyright on it, which made things rather unclear because a lot of the music was written by Tchaikovsky, and for a while there was confusion as to whether you needed to purchase rights to actually perform this ballet. You don't have to now because the music is over 70 years old, but it was a really interesting legal paradigm there for a moment. But really, a lot of the orchestral music that you've heard in the film is actually in the ballet itself. But it is typically Tchaikovsky. Those of you who've gone to the Nutcracker, it's similar in flair and in feel and in flavor because it's the same composer. But really, this is the piece that really launched Tchaikovsky's career, and you'll hear music in this that really inspired his great symphonic writing later on in his career.
Talking with Tim Hankewich from Orchestra Iowa about Sleeping Beauty, which is
this weekend.
This weekend already.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we have two performances. One on Saturday night at the Paramount at 7:30, and then we reprise it again at 2:30 on Sunday as a matinee. And again, we encourage parents to bring their children and their little ballerinas and princesses to an event at 1 o'clock in the Opus Concert Cafe. And then, as what makes this partnership so great, a week later we go to Davenport and we perform.
Doing it at the Adler.
We do it at the Adler. So it's a really great opportunity for us to share this great music.
Well, I have just been, and this is why you do partnerships, because I'm not even sure I was aware there was a Quad Cities Ballet before Orchestra Iowa started working with them, and now it's one of the things that I look forward to a lot because I am just so impressed by the quality of the dancers and the quality of the choreography.
Well,
Ballet Quad does.
Yeah, Ballet Quad Cities is the only professional dance company in the entire state of Iowa. Now, what does that mean? That means that they are rehearsing every day. That means that their sole or primary source of income. This is their work. This is their work. This is their day job, and this is what they do. And to be able to support what they're doing, because the classical arts are in the same boat together, that there's a decline in audiences nationwide, and to be able to help each other out, create a better artistic product, to be able to reach out to greater audiences. I mean, that's what we're doing here. That's why you're here, and with what you do with jazz at KCCK. And so this isn't new rocket science, but it does offer us to create better artistic outcomes and opportunities for people throughout the state.
Stronger together.
Stronger together, without a doubt. Yeah. Because if without the ballet, I used to perform suites, excerpts from the ballet in orchestral concerts. Now we actually get to perform this music as it was originally intended, so that you actually see the athleticism of poetry. It's actually music in motion, together with this great music. And so to actually perform music the way it was intended is a real treat.
And of course, since you made that great big pit under the stage, might as well put the orchestra down there occasionally.
Absolutely.
And free up the stage for the dancers.
Absolutely. It was pre-flood again. The pit was
you could not have done it.
You could not fit more than maybe 12 people in the pit. And to do anything of substance of what we're doing now, you need to fit at least 50. And now that we have that capacity and capability, it is such a treat.
So on the one hand, it's unfortunate we don't get to see the musicians, but on the other hand, what this does, like you just said, is it really opens up an entirely new dimension of what you are able to present, because you can put the orchestra down below and put dancers up on the stage.
It presents the art in the way it was intended. Yeah, and that's a real thrill.
So it's this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at the Paramount Theater. We'll do tickets here in just a minute, but while we're on the topic of partnerships, I just want to say thank you once again, because this is at the top of my mind. This has been Corridor Jazz Project Week, so we finished our concerts on Monday and Tuesday, but that also meant that the CD was released.
That was awesome.
And the CD was largely recorded in the Opus Concert Cafe. We pulled out all the seats and turned it into a recording studio for 2 days and recorded 9 jazz bands in there.
Isn't that amazing?
And I got to tell you, Ed Carr and Leroy do a super job every year of producing this CD, but this year is leaps and bounds ahead because of what we were able to do, in essence, having one facility that instead of having to set up and tear down and deal with acoustics of 10 different rooms. So thank you and everybody at Orchestra Iowa for making that available to us.
I am grinning from ear to ear, because the other partnership that I'm very proud of is our First Friday Jazz Series that you carry live on the air, and I think you even were. Started your pledge week there.
Yeah, we did.
And
yes,
that is something that I am most proud of, is the fact that we can share. Live music making is becoming rarer and rarer in this technological age where people just push a button and want to listen to music. But the whole idea of making music is a human endeavor. It's about people expressing themselves in a live setting, and that's what makes.
And the kind of music is a lot less important.
The kind of music is total. It's
classical, jazz, pop.
It does not matter. The fact that people humanly make sound and communicate with others through music is what's important. And what KCCK has done is so in line with what Orchestra Iowa is doing. Anywhere where there is professional music making, not even professional, even amateur music making, to make sure that there is a future of the art is what our mission is.
Yeah, and ours too. I mean, I tell people that a lot. We have the same mission.
Right.
It's just that we deliver most of our programming over the air.
Yeah.
You deliver yours in an auditorium, but it's exactly the same thing. We are creating and preserving musical art for people to hear and enjoy.
Your audiences clap on 2 and 4, and mine on 1 and 3.
That's right. So again, it's Sleeping Beauty this weekend, Orchestra Iowa with Ballet Quad Cities. If you have not seen the orchestra and the ballet together, you are really, really missing out, because it is a powerful combination.
This is the perfect opportunity to introduce your kids to the arts. It's not just a children's show. It is for of all ages, because it's great art, but it's also accessible to those of all ages, and I encourage everyone to bring their families.
If people want tickets, they get them?
Online at orchestraiowa.org or artsiowa.com, or you can call our ticket office at 1-800-369-TUNE. Tune.
Tim Hankewich from Orchestra Iowa, thanks so much, and have a great run this weekend.
Always a pleasure. Thanks.